Well, folks, it is time. Something that's been requested for probably 5, 6 years at this point. Jeremy, when are you going to add a soap opera to your channel? Like, I really feel like you would do great if you did reviews on shows like Days of Our Lives or As the World Turns or whatever. And I said, you know what? I honestly don't think I have it in me due to the fact that I don't want to jump into a series that has been ongoing for decades. Jeremy, think of it this way. Most of these storylines have been going on for years, so it's not like you're missing anything. Just jump in. And I'm like, okay, that's a solid point, but I'd rather jump in when I kind of can, join along with everybody else and get to know these characters. And lo and behold, a series on CBS coming spring/early 2025 entitled Beyond the Gates is going to make its debut. And I posted about it on social media recently. This is going to be quite the journey. This is going to be something different. I believe soaps are typically 5 days a week. So 5 episode reviews a week. Maybe I'll do some discussion videos here and there. It's going to be something new. And I hope that this series does well, blows up. And well, I can say, hey, I've been reviewing it since the beginning. Plus, it would be great to have some non-Tyler Perry stuff on the channel because I need to mix it up. So there's an article from TV Line, and I'm pretty sure Deadline has it too, but I'm reading specifically from TV Line saying that they have rounded out the cast of 20 power players. There are a lot of familiar faces, and this article is pretty long here, so we're going to go through it, and I believe that they have all the character names and the actors, and then the description of who they're playing. So yeah, this is pretty interesting. So I believe this is going to be, it's going to launch early 2025. It's going to follow the conclusion of CBS's The Talk, which will end its 15-season run at some point in December. So I believe there's also something of historical relevance here. It says that this is going to be the first new soap opera in a quarter century on CBS. And in terms of African American culture, this is going to be the first series in like a couple of decades to focus on a predominantly black family. Let's see here. In this series, you'll find a posh gated community with winding tree-lined streets and luxurious mansions to call home. At the center of this community are the Duprees, a powerful and prestigious multi-generational family that is the very definition of black royalty. But behind these pristine walls and lush, manicured gardens are juicy secrets and scandals waiting to be uncovered. And those that live outside of these gates are watching closely. These are the places where our characters live, love, work, and play. Those who have made it and those who haven't are all trying to navigate life, and some with more grace than others. So in a way, this is giving off have and have not vibes, which, hey, as Tyler Perry said, that was a late night soap. And I feel like I feel like this is going to be pretty intriguing, and I am eager to jump aboard this train and see where it leads. So what we're going to do is go through all the actors, and I see a lot of familiar faces too, which makes me smile. Some from Tyler Perry projects, others from other shows and movies from back in the day. And I am actually looking forward to it a lot. I believe this was announced. I think this series was announced early 2024 or late 2023. And I remember when people were sending me, yo, this is a black soap opera. Are you going to cover it? And I'm like, this is interesting. I'll decide as we get closer. And, given the fact that we're getting into 2025 here in a few weeks, and I say a few because Friday is November 1st. So a few weeks and then boom, it's January. I'm guessing this show might not come out until late January, sometime in February, give or take. I believe that this is going to be something to kind of give the channel a taking in a new direction. Of course, Tyler Perry is going to be the majority of content, but I'm kind of getting Tyler Perry burnout, especially even though I'm only reviewing a couple shows now, but with so many of these shows being the same and dragging out the storylines and people saying, Jeremy, these shows, Sisters feels like a soap at this point, repetitive and whatnot. And I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe my boredom will be alleviated if I watch a legitimate soap opera. I feel like this could actually turn the tides, and hopefully Beyond the Gates will become the next haves and have nots for my channel, something that will kind of catapult it into the stratosphere. Maybe this could be the show that helps my channel get to 100 million views. I'd really love that. Not to mention a daytime soap might actually have more views than a show on BET. So with that being said, make sure you take a moment to like and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. Follow me on social media, as I mentioned before, because I want to reiterate this. Twitter, Instagram, the Facebook pages. Maybe I need to start a Facebook group for this too. I need to put down my to-do list. And if you want, I can actually upload my MP3 files to the episode reviews on Spotify. Yeah, that's a good idea too. That way, if it is 5 days a week with new episodes, I can be more consistent with my uploads there. So with that being said, I've already done a brief intro to what this show is about, and I did my little self-promotion. So let's dive into the characters, starting with Tamara Tooney as Anita Dupree. And also, hey, if any of the cast of the show are watching this or listening, if I butcher your name, I apologize in advance. Okay, starting off with Anita Dupree. She is the matriarch of the family, who was a famous singer back in the day. She worked hard for her success and raised 2 daughters with her now retired senator husband. Definitely giving off Catherine Cryer vibes here. According to the official breakdown, that's who the character is, but underneath her glamorous and refined exterior is a fierceness she gained from her humble beginnings in Chicago. So she's from Chi-Town and she don't play around. Okay, Clifton Davis. Oh man, come on now. Can anybody say amen? I know he was in an episode of Living Single, a love interest for Regina's mom. And if I remember correctly from my Jackson lore, he is also the person who penned the song Never Can Say Goodbye. He's playing Vernon Dupree. He is the patriarch of the family and father to Nicole and Danny Dupree. Nicole and Danny are the daughters there. He is a former senator who is gentle, humble, and generous with his knowledge and experience. Now he's retired, but back in the day, he was at the forefront of the civil rights movement. Okay. So he seems like the cold to Anita's hot in terms of their temperaments there. Okay. Next up, we have Danny Dupree, portrayed by Carla Mosley. She is Nicole's sister, a former model turned momager who gave up her career for love. So I believe that means momager, manager. Okay, so she gave up her modeling career to focus on being a mom. Got it. She was the family's wild child. It's kind of funny. Danny from Sisters, Hot Girl Summer. Now you got Danny from the Dupree family being a wild child. She's free-spirited, headstrong, and uninhibited. She dropped out of school to pursue a fly-high modeling career, and she has always marched to the beat of her own drum. Gives me Denise from the Cosby Show vibes there. Next up, we have Daphne. I'm not going to mess up her last name. She's portraying Dr. Nicole Dupree Richardson. She is the other of Anita's daughters. She is described as a high-achieving and competitive philanthropist and psychiatrist, and exudes warmth, empathy, and compassion. Nicole's success in life extends to her marriage to her surgeon husband. She has the perfect life from the outside. So she seems to be the picture perfect poster child of the family, probably held to a impossible standard to maintain. Definitely giving, I forgot the oldest daughter of the Cosby Show's name, the one who married Elvin. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she's really beautiful, light skin, brown hair. I can't remember. But she was the one who I believe was written into the show into like season 2 or 3. It was explained that she was in college. Okay, so next up we have Maurice Johnson as Ted Richardson. Ted is Nicole's husband and father to Martin and Kat, their children. Ted is a brilliant plastic surgeon with an ultra-exclusive private practice, and women clamor to put their faces and body in what they call his blessed hands. Okay. He has created an impeccable life with his wife, whom he loves passionately and sleeps well at night, secure that his past will never disrupt his perfect world. Trouble in Paradise. Next up, we have Kat, or Colby Muhammad as Catherine Kat Richardson. She is Nicole and Ted's miracle baby. She's the younger sister of Martin, so Martin's the brother, and lives in her parents' guest house. Kat has been indulged all her life, which has made her spoiled, entitled, and dismissive to those she considers beneath her. She's confident and secure and has never doubted herself or her privileged position in the world. She doesn't like to share, but doesn't know that the day when she is forced to may be fast approaching. I'm thinking that there's going to be some financial issues later and she's going to be knocked off her high horse. Portraying Martin Richardson is Brandon Claiborne. He is the older brother of Kat, and he's a congressman, who lives outside the gates in a Washington, D.C. brownstone with his husband and 2 adopted children. Okay, so we have some LGBT representation here. Following his grandfather's path into politics, he has ambition to be the first openly gay black president. Okay. I wonder if his sexual orientation has caused any friction within the family there. Next up, Mike Manning. As soon as I saw this guy, I'm like, this dude looks familiar. He's giving me Mitch Malone from the Haves and the Have-Nots, but the face, I'm like, that looks like a Disney guy. And I looked it up, and yeah, he was in that one Disney Channel original movie, I believe Cloud 9, and I was like, I remember. Bradley Smitty Smith. He is husband to, interracial gay marriage here. He is husband to Congressman Martin Richardson and father to teenagers Terrell and Samantha, a former political reporter turned house husband. Smitty is a fantastic dad who has guided his children with warmth and good humor. He is thinking of resuming his writing career, but is hesitant to tell Martin, who likes their home life the way it is. Okay. Next up, as Andre Hamilton, we have Sean Freeman. Andre is the sophisticated nephew of Ted. He tragically lost his parents in a plane crash and inherited a double fortune, which allows him to live his bliss as a photographer. Nicole and Ted stepped up for Andre when his parents died, and he depends on their support and wise counsel. A playboy who is smooth on the surface, there is something elusive about him that occasionally makes people question his intentions. Now, Timon Durrett, I think he was in a Medea Family Funeral, the movie. He's playing Bill Hamilton. He is Danny Dupree's ex-husband. Oh, okay. And father to Naomi and Chelsea. Now, if I'm not mistaken, without scrolling up, Danny is the daughter who was the model turned momager, who's kind of the free spirit. Okay. Bill is an opportunist, publicity hound, and narcissist, according to his ex-wife, Danny. He is charismatic and calculated because he's a criminal defense attorney who is well-connected, well-received, and gets what he wants by any means necessary. Okay, Ronnie Rose Mantilla as Chelsea Hamilton. She's the younger daughter of Danny and Bill. Okay, got it. And Naomi's younger sister. She's a social media influencer and has been a successful but reluctant high fashion model since she was 18. A career expertly guided by her mother. She is charged with recreating the life her mom gave up, which doesn't fit her own vision. She also has a lot of money, which allows her to follow her dream of designing a line of purses and building her brand. She indulges in the good things in life, like beautiful people, parties, in her new condo in DC, and the freedom to experiment. Okay, so it definitely feels like, hey, I gave up my career to raise you, and now you're going to live out what my career could have been. So it seems like she has her own career plans, which don't necessarily involve modeling, but she's social media savvy and wants to design a line of purses and build her own brand. So obviously she doesn't want to like follow in her mom's footsteps to just be like a Nepo baby, but to prove she can stand on her own 2 feet via her own career choice. I think that's pretty cool. Now we have Ariel, not going to mess up the last name, as Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne. Naomi is Danny and Bill's oldest daughter and Chelsea's older sister. She lives outside the gates in DC, where she humbly serves as a civil attorney. She's whip smart and the only one in the Dupree family who inherited her grandmother's gift for singing, which bonds them. I think that's pretty cool. You got some people that are, well, beyond the gates and those who live within the gates. So I think that's probably going to cause, a friction between those who feel above society versus those who live outside of the gates and know what it's like on the outside world. Okay. All right. Jabri as Jacob Hawthorne. He is Naomi's husband and a robbery homicide detective within the Metropolitan Police Department of the District of Columbia. He hails from a family of law enforcement. He is proud of his wife, the family he comes from, while serving the community and seeking justice for victims. And Brie Michelle as Eva Thomas. She is Danny's daughter and Nicole's new assistant, who vibrates with intensity and purpose. She is determined to give a grievous wrong. Oh, wow. This seems like there's some bit of revenge here. She's determined to right a grievous wrong done to her mother as soon as the opportunity presents itself. Interesting. Trisha Mann Grant as Danny Leslie Thomas. She's Eva's mom and a longtime waitress and bartender. Leslie is not wrapped all that tight and intense, but she's charming and easy out in the world. She's the only person who sees what's disturbing about her is her daughter Eva, and very soon all will see what is unsettling about her too. She's giving me Celine vibes from the Haves and Have-Nots. Hey, this is Valerie from the Zatima. Marquita Goings as Haley Lawson, paralegal at Bill's firm. She's gorgeous, intelligent, charming, witty, and the new fiance of Danny's ex-husband, Bill Hamilton. Considered a husband-stealing tramp in Danny's circle, Haley is nothing if not confident. With time, patience, charms, and effort, she will try to win them over, and if not, so what? Haley has what matters, Bill. We have another Tyler Perry alumni. She portrayed a teacher in the Young Dylan series, Lauren. Oh, she was also in A Jazzman's Blues. She played the wife of the corrupt sheriff, the racist sheriff, who was portrayed by, I forgot the guy's name, but he plays Kyle in The Oval. So yeah, she's been in Lauren's been in two Tyler Perry projects here. She's playing Vanessa McBride. She is a high-end real estate agency owner who specializes in luxury property and is neighbors with Danny and best friend to Nicole. The mother of twins, she is in a loveless marriage with her high school sweetheart. And we have Alex as Tom Navarro. Tom is a handsome and confident young attorney at Bill's law firm. He has an eye for Kat Richardson. So, Kat. Have we covered Kat already? I think we have. Folks, this is like 20 characters. Sorry if I messed up. Jen Jacob is Ashley Morgan. She is Naomi's best friend, who is the only child of a young single mom. With a latchkey kid, that's who she was when she was younger. She's never been afraid of rolling up her sleeves. Okay, so definitely seems like a character who isn't born into wealth, more so someone who isn't afraid of, getting her hands dirty in order to do hard work. She's a nurse at DC's Garland Memorial Hospital and has the perfect temperament for the profession. She's positive, cheerful, brisk, resourceful, and independent. She can be serious, but is also fun-loving with a smile that lights up the room. All right, now we have Ben Gavin as Derek Baldwin. He's a devoted firefighter in a relationship with Ashley and best friends to Jacob Hawthorne. Derek is fearless, holds nothing back, and goes into his zone when he fights fire, which is almost personal for him rather than just a professional calling. Incredibly handy, he can fix almost anything. So, folks, that rounds out the cast of this upcoming soap opera. I'm excited. Like I said, this is going to be a new territory for me to explore, and I hope I can do well with it. And just based off this lineup from the familiar faces, I think this is a series to look forward to. I can't wait to see what the trailer is going to look like, once the filming is done and they announce the start date and whatnot. So yeah, I hope that the show does well, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I hope to enjoy it when it drops sometime in early 2025. A link to this entire article so you can look at these characters for yourself will be in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.